So, well, actually, I'll start with, I am EstaRa. That is my spiritual name. I go by the name EstaRa, actually much more than April. I don't like saying my name April anymore. It's very hard for me to say that name. I say it and it just doesn't sound like I'm talking about me, which is kind of cool, to be honest with you, because I didn't always feel that way until really probably the last month and a half or so. It's been really strong that saying that name is not the same. And EstaRa is my spiritual name given to me. It's been my spiritual name for eons, really, but it was given to me about a little over a year and a half ago, maybe, or something to that effect. I'm very bad in timelines, so I can tell you it happened yesterday and it could have been 10 years ago, but I really can't tell you because I'm all in timelines are not good for me. And when I got the name, I wrote it in my journal and I thought, okay, well, that's nice, and I didn't resonate with it until I went to Egypt last year. And when I was in Egypt, I came back, actually I was in Abydos, the Temple of Abydos, where I got my crystal. This is Avi, nickname is Avi, because that's the name of my crystal. And I was in Abydos, and I was walking through the temple, and I kept hearing EstaRa, EstaRa, the name just kept coming over and over. And I was like listening, I'm like, yeah, I hear you. But while I was on the trip in Egypt, no one knew me as April, they knew me as Rachel, because that was my name in Egypt, ancient Egypt, when I had several past lives there. And so on the trip, I had 3 names, which is kind of weird for people. Weird for me too. And so when I was in the Temple of Abydos, I kept getting called EstaRa, and so I go by EstaRa since then, and it feels like me. And so when people call me that, I actually feel that vibration. It resonates with me and raises my vibration higher to be called EstaRa. So that's my name. Translates to Earth Star Angel. That is the only translation my guides have given me at this time. However, there is more of a translation. They told me I don't need to know yet. So I'm like, okay. But they said, take it as Earth Star Angel for now. And so I said, okay, I'm using it that way. I'm a live channel, so what that means, for those of you who have not seen me, I let entities or energies come through me and speak through me. And particularly what I'll probably be channeling, who I'll probably be channeling today, is either the Masters of Light or the Pleiadian Emissaries of Light, or even the Syrian Archangelic League of Light, because they're all here today. The room is filled. I don't know if anybody is sensitive to feel the energy, but the room is filled with quite a bit of energies in here. And what happens, I've been a live channel really since 2006, but I never did it openly for people. I didn't do it openly until the last couple of years, and I would do it in my classes, and it was great because everybody was in meditation, and all of a sudden my guides would come through, so nobody really saw me, because technically my students should have been meditating and not watching me. So my insecurities were like, down to a minimum at that point. And when I went to Egypt and I came back, my guides were very clear that my channelings, because I've been writing channels since forever, to be honest with you, I've been channeling pretty much all my life, writing them out. And what that means is I just sit there, close my eyes, and let them type through me, or I let them write through me. And I've been doing that for a long time. And so when I went to Egypt and I was making my way back, they said, no longer, we need your voice, because your voice has sound, and your sound activates people and changes DNA, and helps heal them, and provides a healing just by the sound of your voice. Just by hearing your voice spoken will change people's lives. And I was like, really? Who, me? And the beautiful thing was that I learned that my voice was a powerful thing. So I do a lot with my voice, and in my healing sessions I use sound quite a bit now, and I speak in tongues. So I can't promise everything that comes out of my mouth today will be in English. Quite often it's in another language, but it's called light language, and it sounds different every time. And actually, each one of you has a particular language for your soul. And when I do a lot of different classes that I do, when I do attunements individually for each of you, I speak in your language of your soul. And so it comes out very different for each of you. Some of you it sounds the same, and you can be like, oh, you must be just like me, because it's this very similar sounding. But technically I'm speaking to your soul. And that has blessings I've been doing. I do them in my attunements for my energy healing classes, but I've been doing them whenever I get guided to do them. So of recent, I've been doing quite a few of them. And when I do them, it's incredible how I just connect with somebody and it just comes out of my mouth. It's pretty amazing. And quite honestly, I thought I was a little crazy doing them when I did them in Sedona. And this woman said to me, she's like, what were you saying? What is that? What language? And I said, oh, I really don't know. What's the language of your soul? And I said, can I ask you why you're asking me that? And she goes, because I've been singing that song in my head for days. And I thought, wow, that's beautiful. And then I had another woman say to me when I did the blessing on her, she came up to me after the conference and she said, I don't know what you did to me, but I went and sat and I just cried the whole day. And I just opened and healed all these things and transformed. And so as a result of that, it was just from me connecting with her soul and speaking to her soul in the language her soul needed to hear to help remove blocks or do whatever needed to happen next for her. So it was really powerful. So I can't promise that I won't be speaking in tongues or in English. It's going to be whatever. Whatever needs to come out, whatever my guides want to convey to all of you. And I never know who I'm going to channel because my energy picks up on all your vibration, and whatever comes through is particular to the group that's here. When I did a channel on the 31st of December of last year, when I channeled, it was interesting because normally I post my channels and I have YouTube videos of some of my channels, thanks to Tracy for helping out and doing that for me. I place most of them there, but the one on 31st, I asked, should I put it out there? And they said no. And I channeled quite a few entities that day. It was pretty cool. So it was only particular to the group that was there that day. So if you want to know information, really listen, because I can't guarantee it'll be posted, although I think it will because Tracy's videotaping me. She'll at least get my face out there. But I don't know if my guides want it to be shared or not, just so you know. And I probably won't be doing a transcript because honestly it takes too long for me to sit there and transcribe what I'm saying. So pay attention. No, I'm just kidding. Any questions? Yes?
So if you speak in a language that we don't understand with our ears, will we understand?
Your soul will know. Yeah, your soul will.
We know that we know, or we don't want to know that we know?
Some people actually knew that they know. Some people have, like the woman said to me, I've heard the song for weeks now in my head. She knew. Not everybody knows. You know, some people I did, they're like, oh, thank you, and they walk away. You know, like they don't really understand. And it doesn't matter to me, to be honest, and it shouldn't matter to you, because what you need to have happen for you will happen for you. Whatever needs to come to you will happen for you. So it's not a big deal if you don't know. And my eyes close when I channel. So my eyes close, my hands do funny things sometimes, and my body usually moves. Sometimes I get very, on the last channel I did live with everybody, I was like convulsing in my chair, and I felt it. I could feel my body doing all these weird things. That's just because I am such a high vibrational being, and the energy's still flowing in through me. And when I'm a channel, I'm allowing people to come in me. So to receive and access the higher dimensional energies, I do weird things with my body. It's just the way that my body adjusts to the frequency level and the shift in my frequency. It's really kind of funny, to be honest with you, because I keep saying I'm in the 5th dimension. My guides keep telling me I'm in the 8th, apparently. But I didn't realize I was in the 8th dimension. So I thought, oh, that's just the 5th dimension. It's beautiful. It's actually the 8th, which is a very high vibration. And that's why a lot of times I don't like leaving my house, because my energy is so safe in here. But when I go out into the world, I get into energy that just butts up against me, and it really drains me, and it affects me sometimes. It's very overwhelming.
I wonder if they bring, individual messages.
They're collective.
Mm-hmm.
My guide wants to talk. I'm gonna let my guide answer. I am EstaRa, and my message for you is that no, we do not typically bring individual messages unless you are working with EstaRa one-on-one. The reason is simply that the energy is a high frequency vibration, so the energy is for all of you to receive at the same time. Individual messages takes away from the vibration of the group. That is why we do not bring specifically individual messages. It is not that we don't care, dear ones. It simply means that we like the collective energy. As does EstaRa. I am EstaRa. He cracks me up. my guides. It makes me laugh. Anybody else questions? I can't really see any of you. You're all like light bodies to me right now. So if I'm looking at you funny, that's why. Anybody have questions? Do you have a question?
For a remark, I felt like my hands were so heavy, you know, like there's something very, very heavy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Did anybody else feel that?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna answer you. They're gonna comment. They corrected me. Your hands were heavy, dear ones, because you are carrying the weight of the world upon them. You are remembering your mission of light to spread light upon the earth. When we say spread light upon the earth, we simply mean that you carry the message of love to all those that you meet. It is not necessary to be a healer, to be a teacher, to be a leader in such way. We simply mean be love wherever you are. Carrying love wherever you are. That is how you carry your message of light. The weight in your hands, dear ones, is simply the remembrance of who you are. Remembering who you are need not be weighty. It is a weightless thing. It is the soul essence of who you are. It is not a path of fear, dear ones. It is a path of love. The path of fear is leaving the planet, if you so choose. The frequency and vibration of fear remains in 3D, dear ones, which is why you are being raised to a higher vibration. The fifth dimensional earth is high vibrational, and it leaves behind the frequency of fear. In other words, dear ones, the love train has arrived. In more ways than you can imagine. In every way that you wish, it has arrived. It is your choice to jump aboard or to run behind. We recommend jumping aboard.
I like that.
The choice is yours, as it always will be, dear ones, and it has always been. The choice is always yours. What do you choose to do with that? I hope that answers.
That's interesting.
How do you know the difference between jumping aboard and running behind?
Jumping aboard, I think they mean like doing it, just stepping into your power and being, versus like just kicking and screaming. A lot of people are kicking and screaming, they know where they need to go and they kick and scream. A lot of you have known me for a while. I was kicking and screaming to come to Guilford. I was told for 4 years to come to Guilford, and I kept resisting until the last 2 years. That's the kicking and screaming they're talking about. But back then, the kicking and screaming and the running behind was a lot slower and a lot different. So I think they meant jump. I really do think they mean jump, or literally, because things are moving much faster than they used to move. They're moving faster than they were last year, let alone. And there's a lot of change coming in the next few months. So that's actually.
Is it a higher vibration that's causing everything to move faster?
Yes.
Because it's not going to stop.
Nope. It's gonna keep getting faster, actually.
Right. And what about the children? They mentioned the children of light, and we're here for them. In what capacity are we?
To teach them.
To teach them?
I'm gonna answer you. Each of you are here for the children of light. That means you are all parents, whether you have children or not. You are all parents to these children. These children need you to assist them and welcome them into the earth. The teenagers are beginning to gather, and they are beginning to rebel against the ways in which they have been raised, if it is not along the lines of love and light. Dear ones, they know the difference. They have always known the difference, but now they are beginning to gather together and speak out against that. The young ones are on the planet to assist you in seeing what is not working. Do you see that the traditional way that you like to call the traditional way is no longer working? Everything has changed and shifted. These children are already of high vibration. Be wary if you choose to medicate your children, for that medication will quiet their souls and give them difficulty in doing their mission. These children are here with the new consciousness that the earth shall be. Your job is to welcome their assistance and to assist them. EstaRa has asked us to go back to jumping aboard. She is correct in saying, jump. Time is moving much faster for all of you. Time is speeding up to a place of no time and no space. You simply have markers. That is what you call time at this time. However, dear ones, there is no such thing as time and space. When you are in a higher vibration, you begin to live now, in the now. It is not a difficult task, unless you ask EstaRa. It was a difficult task for her. For her moment of stepping in the now was in the year 2007. And it was a difficult time because she was one of the few in the now. But all of you can easily step into the now. Simply know that you are here and now. Be present in this moment. For, dear ones, the past happened. The future will happen. Be here now, for in this moment, this is what you have to create, all that you wish to create. Everything is happening now. Does that help?
Sound like the changes that are coming are going to be good changes filled with lots of love
Yeah.
and sanity maybe in the world.
Insanity, that's good. Etar likes that.
It's time for some sanity.
I agree. I don't think it's necessarily all going to be that easy though. I do feel like a little ruffle in the water, if you will, but I don't think it will be. I don't think it has to be as quote unquote horrific as people have thought and pictured for the future. Truly, if we gather together in groups and see it as this beautiful thing that we're creating, that's the vibration we're sending out, is love. And so gathering and in groups and raising your vibration together, and you manifest that versus manifesting what other people have seen, because you can shift anything. Everything is changeable right now. And as my guides say, we're in the now, and so now is the time. Now is the time to create what you wish and what you desire. So it's so amazing. You guys are all beautiful light bodies, just so y'all know. Any more questions?
I find it hard to know if I'm, you know, being successful at, you know, that endeavor
Of?
of trying to be helpful and successful and, you know, in other words, moving the process forward, you know, my little part of it.
They're giving me an answer for you. Dear one, you know by way of how you feel. Each of you knows by way of how you feel. If you feel things are stuck and stagnant, not moving forward in all aspects of your life, then you know that it is not happening for you. It is not working out to the way that you so desire. However, dear ones, if you find that your life is in a flow of abundance in love, then it is happening. It is not to say that certain things will not occur or occur. Simply, you are in the flow. Often, the flow shows you that you are accepting the now moment and being in the now moment. Look upon EstaRa's life of the previous year in your human times. She stepped in the flow. She let go of her fear and accepted it is what it is. That was her phrase. She accepted in the now moment that all is what it is and all shall happen as it is supposed to, without her worry, without her thought, without figuring it out, just simply allowing it and not having an attachment or expectation. We often say to you, have anticipation, excitement for what is to come, versus having expectation. Does that help?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? They're getting ready to take off. Not really, but I'm ready to let them go. I'm getting a little headache. So any last questions?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Okay. So it is.